What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a tap into your soul reading for the sign of Cancer. Okay, Cancer, you guys are first this week on the Zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So, Cancer, as you know, this is pretty much the last reading of the week. I will not see you guys again until next month, unless you have placements in your birth chart that you would like to kind of, keep an eye on. You're more than welcome to go ahead and watch those videos either from last week or next week if other placements haven't came up for you yet. Okay. After next week, I will be on vacation for the rest of August, and I will not see the collective until the monthly manifestation in September. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. You guys should know how this goes. All right, we're going to pull 3 cards for your placements, one from the top for the past, one from the bottom for your present, and one energetically from the middle for your future placement. Okay, we'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily for your overall outcome. If you like Cancer at this point in time, you can go ahead and write out or think of what you would like your overall outcome to be based off of the situation at hand for you. Okay, answer the questions for yourself as we're going through the placements one at a time. Okay, so let's get started. What held you back in the past? What held you back in the past, Cancer? Okay, this card keeps popping up for people. Okay, it's obviously there's so many signs that this card has popped up for. Okay, if you've been following the readings, you possibly could, or know your birth chart placements, you've possibly seen this card. Okay, and it's actually jumped around the spread a few times. Okay, as you're looking at this card, Cancer, kind of answer that question for yourself honestly of what you believe held you back in the past, okay, based off of the image here. Okay, for you guys, you may have been exuding a little bit more of a, I don't want to say holier than thou. Okay, I don't want to say that, but it's that kind of vibe. Okay, maybe you were a little bit too, or in the past seemed to kind of feel like you were better than other people. Okay, Cancer, kind of high on your horse. This could have been not like long past. This is like, most recent past is what I'm feeling. Okay, and you're possibly coming to terms with that. Okay, with this card showing up here, so kind of being overly wisdomed. Okay, in a sense of not emotional intelligence but book intelligence. Okay, a know-it-all of sorts, and I feel like these are these are kind of messages in regards to maybe the people you've come encountered, okay, or experienced you possibly feel this way about you. Okay, so what held you back in the past is kind of like feeling like you knew everything about everybody else. Okay, that's the vibe I'm getting as far as holding you back in the past. It's like those scenarios where someone says they're going through something and you're like, oh yeah, I've been through that and this is what I did. Or if I was going through that, I would do this kind of vibe. Okay, and sometimes people don't need that, Cancer. Okay, some people sometimes just need an ear. They don't need someone telling them what to do or trying to relate to them. Okay, sometimes they just need a friend. Sometimes they just need an ear. Okay, and you possibly have people around you that seem to need help, where you're maybe the oldest one in your circle, okay, or maybe you're the most knowledgeable in your circle, okay. This has came up in Pisces as well, so you may have Pisces in your chart, okay. We're not going to stay there long. That's really all we're going to deal with that, okay. Your present placement, what continues to hold you back presently? What continues to hold you back presently, Cancer? Okay. I want you guys to just take a look at this card. This card doesn't come up very rare. You know, it's been very rare, okay? Take a look at this card. Answer that question for yourself honestly, okay? As you see here, there's someone like hidden in a tree, and there's a dog, like a hound dog, if you will, sniffing around, okay? There's wind blowing in the background, okay? I feel as though with this card, what's holding you back presently, or continues to hold you back presently, okay, is that it's kind of weird in a sense for a few of you Cancers. You're trying to kind of like hibernate, okay, in a sense, from being that person that's always the go-to person, okay, because it does have its catch-22, okay, in a sense, okay, because being the one that knows everything, being the reliable one, it means everybody is always looking for you, okay. They don't look for anybody else, they're looking for you, okay. And so what does that do for you? That stops you from being able to do what you have to do, okay. It keeps you from handling your business. It keeps you from your own personal time. And so right now it's like you're trying to have personal time. For some of you, you're trying to have personal time, and people are steady trying to find you, okay. Maybe you've overloaded yourself with a lot of projects, things that you do like on the outside, like side gigs, things of that nature. And so you're a hot commodity now, and people are starting to know who you are now. And so in reference to, it could be, you know, local celebrity type thing, or it's a, hey, if you need something done, go to them. They know everything. And so right now it's like you're hiding, okay. That's for some of you. For others of you, it could be karmic past or toxic energy from karmic energy, a karmic person in your life possibly that is kind of hindering you just energetically, okay. It's not so much about a physical connection with this person. I feel like it's just you maybe dealing with memories of the past in regards to some toxic energy, okay. And so that is possibly what's presently holding a few of you back as well, okay. So it's kind of a split energy here for the present placement, okay. So let's move forward to the future placement of the question being, how will you change your future? How will you change your future, Cancer? Okay. This card came up last week. I can't remember which sign it was for. It might have been Pisces. If I did Pisces last week, I can't remember. Okay, as I said to you guys, I say it all the times. When the readings come out, the message is for you. So I do not retain it. I do not write notes about it. If I can remember, I can remember. Usually I'm more of a, I use my visual memory. Like my memory Rolodex is based on visuals. So I know this card has started to appear a little bit more lately. Okay. I believe it was Virgo. That this came out, but I do feel like this also came out for Pisces, maybe if not this month, maybe a few months ago, okay. But nonetheless, take this imagery in and answer that question of what you will do. It came up for Virgo in the same placement, okay. So Cancer, you could have some Virgo in your chart too, okay. So How you will change your future. There's a man here blocking out energy, okay? Um, or shielding himself from something, okay? Kind of a little bit different energy for you, Cancer, but a little bit of the same. You can go back and look at Virgo's tap into your soul. That may help you a little bit. But it's almost about the same thing, about shielding yourself from something, okay? It may be you possibly learning how to not be so involved, and possibly not as helpful. One thing I am feeling with you guys is, again, kind of mirroring Virgo's energy in the sense of blocking other people from helping you, okay? One thing in reference to your past, there was nothing anyone could help you with, okay? That's possibly also, what held you back in the past, kind of, backtracking a little bit, where, there was never a time where someone was like, hey, can I help you with something, okay? You have a tendency of not wanting people to help you with what you have going on, okay? It's hard for you to take help from other people, because you assume that it's like a give-take kind of vibe, okay? You kind of may pass judgment on people coming to help you because you think you'll have to do something in return for them, okay? Some people just actually want to genuinely help, all right? Future placement here of how you will change your future is not blocking out those who are genuine. It's the same kind of vibe as Virgo, okay? For some of you, it's a little bit different, okay? As far as shielding yourself from always being the go-to person, okay? Possibly not always offering your assistance to people, because it does hinder you, okay? Like you want to be helpful, but it's like, it's too much, okay, for some of you. Others of you, it's you blocking out positive energy in the sense of not really using your discernment, or your discernment being a little bit off in reference to those who have been genuine to you, okay? You do have some people around you that are helpful in a sense if you allow them to be helpful, if you allow them to love you, if you allow them to be helpful to you. They could be helpful to you in different ways, not just in one way, okay? So how you will change your future is to try not to block out those who are genuinely there for your higher good, okay? Let's move on now to the bottom of the deck to see what your overall outcome is, Cancer, so we can wrap up your reading. This is your overall outcome, okay? This card is very rare as well, okay? I've only seen this card come up maybe once before, in a few past readings, okay? In a past reading. I do like this card. If you pay attention kind of to the details within this touch drawing here, you see their body has like this red grid-like webbing all through their body. Their hands are open, okay? It's all in their crown as well, in their mind, okay? So I feel like for you guys, Cancer, I think you're taking this time to kind of review your history as far as your lineage goes, okay? And maybe, close close family members, okay, your immediate family, okay, as far as characteristic traits, things that you've picked up, okay. Some of it may be, genetically DNA just within you, okay. Others of you, it's just what you've picked up over the years, okay. And I think you're taking the time, Cancer, which is good, to evaluate yourself and say, why do I think this way? Why do I move in this way? what's caused me to move in this way. And I believe you're gaining more emotional intelligence right now, not just, psychology or sociology. Okay, it's now getting a little bit more deeper than that. It's about emotional intelligence, because the mind here in this picture is, more illuminated just as much as the arms and hands. Okay, as they're looking at this force within their hand. Okay, and so I feel like that's more towards how you feel. Okay, what makes you feel the way that you feel. And like I said, just kind of reviewing, maybe it's learned behavior of people's, again, being able to kind of manipulate you in a sense when you really think about it. Okay, think about I've mentioned this book before, The Art of Persuasion. If you can look that up, and kind of do some research about it. Okay, how people can easily persuade you to take on their beliefs instead of creating your own. Okay, you're very easily changed. Okay, when it comes to experiences that you have. Okay, so take the time to do that, Cancer. I believe that is where you are right now with your overall outcome. Until next time, peace.